Yeah, what's good, people? Just thought I had to chime in and all of the stuff going on with AJ and Fury. It's a hot topic right about now. Waiting for the fight to get announced. And just following all the articles, really, do you know what I mean? Tyson Fury's come out and said the fight is no closer to being done than it was last year. Which is just like a stark contrast to what his promoters are saying. So you're thinking like, this guy's always got something stupid to say, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he says, even if you dig into last year or even 2 years ago, he got offered a fight. He got offered the fight. Do you know what I mean? 2019, he got offered the fight. Like last year, he couldn't have got offered the fight because last year he was fighting Wilder. He's supposed to have 2 fights. But before that, he got offered a fight. He got offered 60-40, which he didn't deserve at the time. What did he do? Nothing. They just avoided the whole thing. Him and Warren. Do you know what I mean? They got offered the fight. They didn't even try. They got sent over offers and they just ignored the offers. So it's like when he comes out with stuff, it's like these people really believe this stuff that this guy says. And it's just like, you just wonder what kind of people are listening to this guy, you know? It's like his fans are the same kind of level head, like they got the same kind of mindset, just as like dumb and dense as Deontay Wilder's fans. Do you know what I mean? They just listen to everything Wilder says and all the contradictions, and Tyson Fury is even more contradictory than what Wilder is. But Wilder's delusional though, on top of that. That's the problem with him. But come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he'll be asking questions. Does AJ really want it? So wait a second. If AJ didn't want to fight you, why wouldn't he just fight his mandatory? Why would he make his mandatory get out of the way so they can fight? He was going to fight you regardless of the mandatory. He could have just wanted to fight his mandatory if he don't want to fight you. Do you know what I mean? Well, WBO said they weren't even going to let man step aside. That's what they said. They were on it. They were saying, nah, Eddie Hearn knows what agreements are about. That's what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? So he could have easily went, sorry. Like Wilder said when Tyson Fury jumped in the ring, sorry, but I got mandatory. He could have said that and fought. But nah. He's like, nah, I want Fury. I want this undisputed fight. Why is Fury coming out and saying, it's no closer? But then his promoter, his main promoter, top rank, Bob Arum, saying if the fight's 95% done. Even Frank Warren's coming out and saying that the fight's near enough done and he knows that AJ wants it. So why is Tyson Fury coming out with something completely different? Coming out with excuses. You're talking about inactivity. And when someone's lost, when Warren lost, he's bringing it up. Yeah, see, this is what inactivity does to a fighter. Like, he's making excuses already. On a bad day, you can even win against, you can lose, a very good fighter can lose against journeyman. Like, he's just making up excuses. Like, what is this guy on, man? Do you know what I mean? You guys think he's so much better than AJ. And I can't wait for the fight, man. If Tyson Fury wins, all power to him. But believe me, like, it's not as easy as people think it is, man. Because if you would see Tyson Fury fight some of the fighters that Joshua's fought, you would actually be able to kind of see what level everyone's on. Because Wilder never fought no one really that Joshua's fought, you can't really gauge where he's at. He's only fought Luis Ortiz, and who's Luis Ortiz fought? Nobody. Tyson Fury fought Klitschko, but that was a boring fight. And do you know what I mean? You can't really gauge anything off of it. Then he fought a bunch of bums, went life and death with Otto Wallin, who just did a whole 12-round decision against Dominic Brazil that Wilder knocked out in one round. You know what I mean? But obviously Otto Wallin's got way better defensive skills than Wilder in it, so that's the reason why he's able to stick in for 12 rounds. But either way, if Tyson Fury had maybe fought Pulev, had fought Povetkin, had fought Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz, do you know what I mean? Even Charles Martin, you'd be able to gauge where he is kind of on the levels of skills. But when you see Tyson Fury do all that flashy shit against them bums like Pianetta and Safari, you can't go off that, man. And you didn't see him do that flashy shit against Otto Wallen though, did you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't gauge off that. So people are really, I mean, no, man. They just gone with the momentum, and that's cool. But when the fight's on, man, I can see how it can go, man. If Owolo can catch Tyson Fury with a shot like that, AJ definitely can. Because AJ's way more better. He's way better offensive fighter than him. Way better. So if he catches him with something clean, it's a problem. He's not gonna go wild like Wilder. He's gonna try to tag him up and take him and like get him out of there. Do you know what I mean? So he's been, I don't know, man. I can't wait for the fight, but I'm going off topic a bit. Tyson Fury chats a lot of shit, bro. Like, I never liked him before he beat Wilder, and even now I don't like him because he just plays too much games, man. He just plays along with too many games as a grown man. Too much girly stuff, man. Don't respect it. All that stuff with Wilder and the 50 million, he's there chiming in, and it's just some gay shit to me. Really, really whack, man. Don't respect it. Do you know what I mean? In the ring with Wilder, oh, Joshua, you chicken, that, knowing full well that Deontay Wilder didn't want to fight AJ. He knew that, man. They mostly planned all that stuff. Because obviously they did, because Frank Warren was in on the 50 million. That he was in on it. It was BT Sports providing the money. So they had this all planned together to make the guy look bad. And that shit is whack. Shit is whack, man. Do you know what I mean? And he's still playing games now, man. I hope this guy grows a pair, jumps in with AJ, and let's see who wins, innit? Do you know what I mean? Stop playing these stupid games. It's boring. Your little idiot fans that think you're like God and shit will believe your words. But anyone with a half a brain and knows what's going on in the sport of boxing will know that you're just talking a bunch of shit. Do you know what I mean? Just sign the fight, get it on, and leave that all for the ring, or leave that all for the press conference or something, man. Because it's boring now, man. It's boring.